This video provides a case study and policy analysis of administrative efficiency and development, focusing on the regulatory framework within the New York City Housing Authority and the NYC Human Resources Administration. We examine the administrative challenges facing NYCHA public housing units in the Bronx, specifically looking at how bureaucratic loopholes and the disruption of shelter allowances can impact vulnerable households. Understanding household metrics is key. NYCHA is required to charge the lower of two calculations: the income-based method or the fair market flat rent ceiling. When applied correctly, rental obligations for qualified households should be minimal. Crucially, for households with an adult child who is a full-time student under the age of 24, 100% of their earned income is excluded from the household rent calculation, meaning NYCHA cannot factor these wages into the income rule. After graduation, if a student remains unemployed, their rent must legally remain at the calculated fixed rate. While new employment increases household income, NYCHA is still obligated to charge the lower of the income-based or flat rent options, following federal laws like HOTMA. The Department of Housing and Urban Development phased out the Earned Income Disallowance program to address administrative complexities and create more uniform income definitions. The department shifted toward alternative incentives like the Jobs Plus initiative to support families. This analysis highlights how bureaucratic processes, such as the quiet cancellation of recertifications, can create artificial data gaps. These gaps are often used to manufacture charges like failure to provide proof of income, which can trigger an eviction process. Furthermore, we explore the weaponization of the HRA shelter allowance. When NYCHA flags a tenant, it can trigger an automatic removal of shelter allowances, leading to severe rent arrears and a cycle of debt that is difficult for families to resolve. NYCHA's selective use of data audits, combined with charges like undesirable, can be used to unfairly influence hearings. By focusing on paperwork discrepancies rather than objective data, these strategies create significant hurdles for residents attempting to defend themselves. The Office of the Inspector General investigates tenant fraud, often triggered by anonymous reports. Property managers or neighbors may file complaints regarding occupancy or employment, which investigators then review through background checks and building usage data. Some individuals operate as systemic saboteurs, using anonymous channels to bridge private life and institutional authority. These reports often curate a narrative of guilt, providing enough, plausible suspicion to initiate formal investigations against targeted residents. These saboteurs may create synthetic evidence, such as planted digital footprints, and utilize weaponized credibility. By using regulatory buzzwords in their reports, they can bypass standard administrative review and force an immediate, high-priority investigation. Motivations vary, ranging from the, gaslighting stalker seeking displacement of a target to the, bureaucratic assassin who views institutional policy as a game to manipulate, using the state or landlords as their enforcers. The effectiveness of these saboteurs relies on exploiting the assumption of good faith in administrative systems. Once an investigation is launched, the burden of proof often reverses, forcing targets to face the difficulty and expense of proving their innocence. Warning signs of this, false flag behavior include a lack of direct engagement, hyper-specific knowledge of the target, and a pattern of escalation when initial reports fail to achieve the desired result. If an audit discovers unreported income or contested evidence, it will not be overlooked. NYCHA may retroactively calculate rent, billing tenants for back rent all at once. Serious or intentional omissions can even be referred to the Department of Investigation for Fraud prosecution, which risks imprisonment and housing stability. Thank you for watching this overview of policy analysis and regulatory frameworks. For further information and deeper dives into civic auditing, please refer to the resources and contact details listed here.